This podcast is brought to you
Shut
by...
up. Shut your fucking mouth. SleepyCast is brought to you by spreadasshole.org, your fresh go-to website for spread assholes. What else did you think? Well, come on. You think it was a airliner?
What?
There is a world as tangible as our own, impossible to see yet unavoidable to sense. A world enveloped by a seemingly unending ocean of forests. Buried deep in that forest, tucked away neatly within a blanket of twilight, lies a quaint little cabin. And in that cabin
is a bunch of guys who's a bunch of bullshitter.
Welcome to SleepyCast. This is episode whatever, and I'm Stamper, and I'm here with Chris O'Neill, Oney, Zach, Psychicpebbles, and our best buddy Niall.
Beep, 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 beep. Newcomer,
Ireland.
Guys. Watch out.
Well,
he's a big boy.
Hey, look.
You're gonna make people think that he's fat.
I am fat.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing. That's why we farted.
What? I wasn't saying he was fat. I said he was a
going
newcomer.
beep beep. Here comes a big
No,
fat
no,
guy.
it's like Smash Brothers. Beep, beep. Oh, you thought I was doing a dump truck backing up?
Shut up with your truck. Anyways, Niall hangs out with us at the SleepyCabin office and does shit all day. So he's gonna sit here and drink, and we were lonely. We needed somebody.
I just do shit. Yeah, I just sit down and kind of like watch the world go by.
And he's the only Irish boy in this room that still has his accent. Chris conformed.
I don't really though. Irish people think I'm a fraud, and American people think I'm a fraud. So I don't fit in anywhere.
That's the line I'm at.
Yeah.
You're like an orphan.
Yeah,
I mean,
world
weird,
orphan.
I just don't fit in anywhere. So I wandered to the Sleepy Cabin one day, and they were full of weirdos, and that's where I fit in now. This is my home.
It's really easy to pick up accents, though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, come on, do New York.
Hey, I'm a New
Boo!
Yorker.
How the fuck are you?
Hey,
Well, you
pizza.
didn't even give him a chance.
Boo!
I can do a New York accent.
Stamper, do a Philly accent.
Isn't
Okay,
it kind
sweet.
of like
You got it. Sweet.
Does Philly have an accent?
Yeah, he's like, I'm
Yeah.
the angriest gamer you've ever heard.
Like, what is a Philly accent? Yeah, I'll have some water.
It's like
water.
it's like
like
halfway
a
between
cheesesteak.
Boston and New York.
Yeah. They all blended together. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like all the
They're all-
coasts. Like the South have an accent.
Stamper, do an impression of a French guy. French accent.
Oui, oui.
You mean like French accent
what?
that speaks English?
No, do a typical. Don't do stereotype. You gotta do a normal French man.
But he's speaking English and trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like-
pretty good.
like
That's not
that.
bad. That's not bad. Do a Russian
I was
guy.
more Japanesey.
What?
No.
He's like, I tried to talk to you.
No, that's what you did. Do it again. Do a Russian guy.
We are going to store to buy
No, yeah, that's
nuts and bolts.
yeah, that's a real Russian accent. Because most people go like, "My name is Vladimir," but that's not what they talk like. They more talk like what you did.
They're
they
very
gonna buy
direct
that?
in their language because
Yeah.
they want you to understand
Just
what
talk
they
like
are
Shadman.
saying. Yeah.
Do a German guy. Don't do what I'm gonna do. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Jews!
No,
Jews!
no.
You do a German guy, monkey dance.
I do German guys.
Climb your cymbals. Dance, monkey. The German guys, they talk kind of like this, yeah? Yo, how about you? I would do a Czechoslovakian guy, Zach. Go, monkey, dance.
Hey guys, I'm from Czechoslovakia.
How the fuck are you doing that? It's fucking
I
incredible.
lived there for 20 years. How else do you think?
Do a Slovenian
How come
guy.
Czech girls get their own porn category?
Because Czech girls like
Hello from the Czech Republic. I got the big titties with the big nipples.
Yeah, but
money and I have low standards.
I think they'd be categorized
good.
under European.
I think German girls are hot. Type in German girl on any porn website. You'll get some good stuff.
They'll be
no,
spreading
the
the bomb.
Czechoslovakian is because like human trafficking. I think.
Oh, that's why it's so cool.
Not to bring the tone down, but I think they put them in a box and throw them into a ship and bring them to
Like
Czech.
Madagascar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Madagascar too. Escape from
They kept me
Madagascar.
away from my family and fucked my mouth.
It's like, yeah, it's so hot.
You're like,
not
fuck
funny.
yeah.
You can't put.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Did I say it was funny? You're the one laughing at
I'm
it.
not laughing. I'm
So,
let's talk about
enough with the Czechoslovakian
sex
traffic.
slaves.
sex trafficking. However, we got there.
Did you ever see that movie? It's called Human Trafficking.
No. Did I just say enough with it? And then you're
sorry.
like, hey, did you...
Let's keep talking about it. Bum everyone else out.
Wait, no, what about it?
I don't know. It was like this movie. It came out. You know the guy? He was. I don't know his name, but he's the actor. He plays the villain and everything. He was like.
Tim Curry?
No, he's the guy who was in Angela's Ashes, the dad.
Tim Curry.
That's Tim Curry.
No, it's not. It's fucking.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
I wouldn't
No.
say Tim
Oh, Tom
Curry.
Hanks.
Was he in Angela's Ashes?
Yeah, the dad. He plays the bad guy in.
Oh.
Kevin
everything.
Spacey.
No.
Brad Pitt. Bruce
Tom
Willis.
Cruise.
I just realized,
Tom Cruise.
was the dad in Angela's Ashes the guy from The Frighteners?
Yeah,
Who sits in the toilet?
the bad guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
The bad guy that plays the bad guy and everything? Mm-hmm. Shooter McGavin from
No.
Happy Gilmore.
Shooter McGavin.
He played the guy from
Rob Schneider.
Iron
It's Rob
Giant.
Schneider. It's Rob Schneider. I know it is.
I don't think it is.
It's Rob Schneider,
What
definitely.
else was he in?
Rob Schneider? He was in The Animal.
He's just in and around.
This is the second time we've talked about the animal.
Not enough. 2 times too little. if you
Anyways,
ask
what
me.
about the human trafficking movie?
I don't know. I remember I watched it when I was 15, and it like scared the living shit out of me. But there wasn't really much to say about it. It was just like they just put like girls in boxes. And
Well, you're
throw
not a
them over.
girl though. They wouldn't trap you or me.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason I had the irrational fear that I was going to get.
They
like,
do, though. I mean, yeah, they get girls and shit, but they also take boys and make them sit under tables.
But us, you think?
Low wealthy
I would
diplomats.
flatter myself enough to say they would capture me if anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all those like anti-gay politicians, they all like hire those dudes.
If Niall was a little boy, I'd traffic him.
I'd trap you. I'd trap you in my house.
I'd slam your pink butt all day.
Yeah, I'm glad my butt is like pink and not like a hint of brown because I find that
Yeah,
gross.
like Stampers.
Yeah, you know, like some girls.
Stampers
What do you
is
mean?
kinda
A hint
gray.
of brown.
You know the way sometimes they're dyed like pink and sometimes they're dyed
It
like
is
brown.
gray. That's weird.
You mean the asshole, or the whole ass?
No, just like in and around.
You look at your asshole in the mirror?
I've never done that.
I have.
I have.
Do you guys think bleached
It was
assholes are
upsetting.
better?
Yeah.
What'd you expect? Like, oh, that's where poop comes
Yeah,
from.
because when
You
it's in your
never saw it
when it's in
again.
your imagination, you think it's like it's this beautiful like butthole.
Dude, it's the only thing your ass does is shit. What
Yeah.
What are you expecting?
No, yeah,
That's
but-
his only
That's
job.
its only purpose. Is
That's
to
when the harsh
spray
reality-
shit out of your ass.
I don't know. I knew it was going to
Onto
look
the
like an
floor.
asshole, but I thought maybe it'd look a little better.
You think the smiley face?
Yeah. No, I thought it would be like
could wave to
I thought
you.
it'd be like, you know, like a hole and not like a fucking starfish that's fossilized or some shit. It's like
Oh, you thought it was going to be like a perfect
just a
geometrical
little, yeah,
circle.
just a little full stop.
You
Like
thought it was gonna be like a manhole with a little guy inside of it.
I always wondered why monkeys have huge, like, sagging sphincters dangling out.
Not all of them, dude. Just a
But,
couple.
like, how did people evolve to not have that? Like, were people just subconsciously like, "Ew, that looks gross"? And
No,
just looked
dude,
nicer?
evolution is not steered by people being conscious. It's
That's
like
why it's weird.
It was,
I mean, it can be like we do that sometimes with like crops or like animals, like dogs and stuff. Almost all modern dogs are like
oh man, that's a
artificially
topic
selected.
in itself too,
Yeah.
man. How we've been destroying dog breeds.
Do you think it's a
Yeah.
little bit weird? Do you think it's kind of bad? I've always thought about this.
Let me
Oh,
wrap up the
sure.
previous. Why do we have butt cheeks?
they
They say that human
That's what I'm
beings
saying.
aren't supposed to sit, and apparently
A lot of things aren't like
But then everyone's like, oh yeah, your butt cheeks are
a lot of
fat.
things aren't like we got butt cheeks afterwards. It's like they were for something else and now they're just kind of there. Like,
They were
Maybe
maybe
to make your butthole warm.
maybe it was like muscles for the back or something, and then they happen to be what we sit on now because we weren't always bipedal.
were made for like clapping.
But when
Yeah.
you see like a perfect
Oh, like
circular
applause.
butt,
Yeah, just like
when you
that's
see
what we're
like a
supposed to.
perfect circle ass, like it just feels like it was in God's plan.
Yeah, because it's like it looks like you got a
So
protractor.
when God makes gross people, you think he was just up all
He's just
night and
fucking
he was
wasted. He's
tired?
he's
Yeah.
crumpled paper over his desk.
I think
He's
like
like,
God's
oh, just,
assistant did that.
I have a fucking deadline here. It's an asshole. Whatever. There you
Like he
go.
makes gross people with birth defects, and he's like, they're gonna like that one, and then he just falls.
I would think it'd be the opposite. I think he would like do the first couple of people really good and put them on the top.
A lot of
And all the drawings in the middle were like just fuck the people he did really fast. So his boss thinks they're all good.
yeah.
Because he's not gonna look through all of them.
But like people think that like there's actually people that believe that gross deformed people, and I'm not saying all deformed people are gross. I'm just saying like people that are gross and deformed.
Whatever. Anybody who says otherwise, go out and fuck a deformed person with 7 eyes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, but you know, you get these
I
like
saw somebody with 7 eyes. I'd be like, holy shit, you got 7 eyes.
I'm not saying they're like inherently
You blink
ugly, but
those
I'm
shits
saying
at the
these
same
people,
time.
if I had
who
7
are,
eyes, I wouldn't be offended if someone
people
goes,
who are
"Whoa,
so-
7 eyes." I'd be like, I'd wink at them with like 3 times.
but like these people with progeria, it's like don't make making fun of people is never good. But it's like you see these people on Facebook that are like, oh, these people with progeria are so cute. It's like
They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
you're lying. They're nice people. They're really like good.
Delia
They're
Rose.
human beings. Be nice, but you would not fucking kiss out of the mouth. You liar. You're a liar.
I've never been disgusted by somebody,
No, dude,
but I'm
but-
always surprised and I feel awkward. Like one time I was in a mall and I walked through the front door and this girl walked by me, like 20, whatever,
Yeah.
and her right arm wasn't an arm. She had a hand growing out of her shoulder. shoulder, just a hand, and it was flopping and going and moving the fingers.
What?
At you.
It removed
So
the
she
fingers?
had no arm. It was just a hand and a shoulder, and I saw it, and I was like, ah! I mean, I didn't go, ah! But I was
you did a double take.
I was taken aside by it. I just didn't.
It waved at you?
It didn't wave at me. It was just like going
Oh.
like this, and like she was trying to grab for something.
Speaking of deformities, Stamper saw my deformity earlier today. I have like an extra finger. I was born with like not an extra finger, but it was going to be an extra finger, and it was just like it looks like a little wart now.
So yeah, he has a little wiener on his pinky finger
Yeah.
on his left hand.
But it's like, what I was trying to say earlier was, not all people with deformities are ugly, but when people say they're beautiful, like super amazing, it's like, you know, they put somebody with progeria next to like Kim
Yeah, let me
Kardashian.
translate that. I'm glad I don't look like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Bless your heart.
It's fine. Good. Be nice to people. Don't be rude to somebody based on their looks, but don't fucking say they're beautiful because you're lying. You're a fucking liar.
Well, like if you line up all the like people with progeria, like one of them would probably be beautiful in like in
Compared to the other ones?
Yeah, maybe they are beautiful.
But that's gonna be the most worthless little award ever. The most beautiful person with progeria.
I don't know.
Jesus
it could
Christ.
exist. I don't know. It could exist.
So that was like a sideways manner of saying that most of them are ugly, but I'm sure there's a good looking one.
I'm sure there's one who's the least ugly, even
Like
though they're still ugly.
Like
They should
if they was like okay, they have something in common. So if they were to get together and have like a disco full of progeria people and they hook up together, and they hook up together.
So you're saying at the progeria disco ball, there's one that everybody, all the
Oh, there's
progerians
like
try
a hot. There's like a hot one.
Yeah,
that everybody-
who walks in the doors in slow motion, a song plays,
So it's
and it's
like
like, oh, and that one.
It's like a different. It's like a whole different world where it's like
Yeah.
even like she's like the progeria queen of
yeah,
the
the
ball.
progeria queen. Yeah,
You're out of my league.
yeah, get out of here.
But in that same vein, you know the way like I don't mean to bring it down again, but like you know like high school proms, and if there's like a burn victim or something, they always get prom queen.
Well, that's
Do you think-
fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But do you think they're like they're only doing this?
It's pity.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say that.
Because the regular ugly guys who aren't burned, it's like, yeah, they go jerk off
Yeah.
at Home Alone.
Yeah, but like, you know when you were just saying like, yeah, don't call them beautiful or whatever.
You can call it whatever you want.
No, but I'm like, do you think people are like, well, obviously, duh, they're not beautiful, but we're gonna try and make them feel better. Except, do you think that makes them feel worse?
No, you know what? That's a good point.
Oh,
It
you
probably-
mean like if you have an ounce
If I have a
of, like,
fucking fetus growing out of my head, and someone's like, you're beautiful, you're like, you're obviously lying to my face. Fuck you.
If they said that and I had a fetus, I'd be like, are you talking to me or him? And then see.
yeah,
what
which
they-
one of us?
That's pretty good.
the fetus is like,
I'm hot.
If I won prom king, I almost said queen, but
It's okay, Stamper.
if I won prom queen and I was clearly a hideous monster, I'd go up to the stage and be like, "You guys are fucking assholes. I know what you're doing here, and I'm out." And
That's
then
what I'm
I drop
saying.
the
Do
mic.
they all think that, or are they like they just have to put up face?
Well,
for
they don't really develop that long. I mean, the people with progeria only live to be, what, 12? Progeria is something like a lost European country like Prussia.
welcome to progeria.
full of them.
The Great Progerian Empire of
Oh, like the
1905.
sunken island of Progeria.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, like there was an island of
It was
Hobbit
ravaged
people.
after World War One, and the Empire broke up, and all the Progerians scattered to different corners of the world.
Oh, I'm sorry. I threw you off the topic that you kind of skewed into. Do you
Well, I was just gonna say, like, something really small. Do you think it's kind of
your
weird
wiener?
that no, you can't do that. No, but do you think it's kind
I
of bad?
can, and I did.
Do you think
Welcome
it's kind
to
of?
Planet Me.
Do you think we're kind of ruining the gene pool because now we can like mask deformities or like genetic
Yeah, but you know eugenics.
disadvantages?
You know about eugenics? It's like selecting people based off their traits. So you want to. It's like if you go into a laboratory and you go, I want a kid with blonde hair and blue eyes and like a huge dick. You just get like a
me
man
out.
with a huge dick, and then like yeah, that happens.
No, but I mean like so.
People think it's unethical.
So no. I don't mean unethical, but I mean like a couple thousand years ago, if you were a big fat guy, you would have died. Now the fatties, there's no natural predators anymore.
I like how you just call them the fatties.
The
casually.
fatties, there's subhuman
Not the
race.
fatties.
There's the progerians, the
No.
fatties. The,
Yeah.
They're like the reptilians. They just kind of hang at the fatties.
A couple thousand years ago, most people who are alive today would have died. Like I would have been the first person to die like 5,000 years ago, but
They
I
used to
fucking
do like
lived.
misjudgments and stuff too. They used to have like shamans look at babies, and if they weren't good enough, they'd throw them off a cliff and be like,
And that's not
"Next."
good,
do
but
you know that there's Indians to this day, and it's a tradition in India, and they throw a baby off a roof, but they all catch it like a fucking crowd surf.
Cool.
That's a real thing.
And the baby lives.
The baby lives, yeah.
I'm sure a couple times its head's fallen down and it's been flat-headed or something.
There's videos of it on YouTube.
Those Indians are kooky people.
I know.
The
But like,
Indians or the Indians? The Indians or the
native
Indians?
Indians.
yeah.
Like the good Indians or the bad Indians?
You can't say the native Indians.
That's why I said it.
Oh,
But wait, in India they let cows run around the street.
The Reds or the Browns? That's all I'm asking.
Oh yeah,
Don't eat that. You take that out.
The Indians let cows run around the street and they shit everywhere, and people have to swerve around the shit because if they run over the shit, they get in trouble with God.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they worship cows, but like, do they even worship cow shit?
Yeah,
They eat the shit actually.
Who cares if they let cows walk around the street?
I saw something today where it was like guy in Iran insults or Iran. Sorry.
Iran.
Bush fucking ruined my vocabulary. Iran, Iraq.
Yeah, blame Bush for your.
He did. It's like nuclear. He said everyone said nuclear so much it fucked me up too. It's one of those things where you hear the wrong way to say something so often that it fucks you up.
He was talking about nuclear weapons. And people threw that out just
I don't give a
criticize
shit.
the way he was pronouncing words. He's talking about nuclear weapons. They're like, he said nuclear wrong. What an idiot.
I don't give a shit.
He could be like, they're launching nuclear weapons right now.
Right now.
Fucking now.
All I'm saying is,
it's like, what a fucking moron.
Chris used to say, Chris used to say Parmesan for Parmesan. He said it so much it fucked. Now I say Parmesan by accident, even though it's not the epitome.
Yeah,
epitome.
You say epitome.
I still say fucking epitome when I know it's epitome because I've heard it so many times.
Yeah,
it just fucks me up.
Zach wanted to say the epitome of hyperbole, and he's like the epitome of hyperbole or something.
No, I didn't say hyperbole, but I said epitome.
But if you're not a douchebag, you'll listen to what somebody's saying, understand what they meant, and not stop them and correct their.
Anyways, all I was trying to say was Iran. I saw something today where somebody insulted Muhammad just jokingly on Facebook, and he got put to death. And this is like 2014.
What did he say? Like Muhammad has a big.
I didn't even think twice about you saying Iran. By the way,
I said Iran.
Is it supposed to be Iran?
I
say Iran too.
Well, it's supposed to be said how they say it. So who cares how?
No, it's just one of the things. It's like
well, if that was the case, then I'd be going around like, hey guys, let's get some pizza with pepperoni and mozzarella.
I don't know if it's one of those things.
That's my point. Though.
I wouldn't care, but it's like Iraq. It's like nobody else says it like that except for us.
What do you guys think of beaches?
Beaches?
Do you like going to the beach? Getting your feet. Shut up!
When I was 2 years old,
beaches.
When I was 2 years old, I went to the beach and I saw a big crab and I screamed. And it was my dad with the big crab hat that I couldn't sleep.
Oh my god!
Like in fucking Jaws.
Did I ever tell you about the pier thing that we jumped off of?
Zach, you're the biggest idiot I've ever met in my life.
Stampy, want to hear a cool story?
Stampy, you're telling me if you went to the beach and you saw your dad in a crab hat, you wouldn't run away?
Stampy, want to hear a cool story about a crab?
No, because I'd seen my dad in a crab hat, dumbass.
Crab.
This is a cool crab
What if
story.
he burned himself in the sand?
Bryce is trying to tell me a crab story.
We're going to listen to the
crab story. Crab
This will blow
story.
your freaking mind.
You know what that sound means? It's crab story
You
time.
need a jingle for crab story.
That's him clicking his claw.
Crab story. Crab story. Crab story.
Chris is trying to tell me one time he got crabs.
One time when I was a little teenager, we went to the this big wall that you jump off into the ocean, and it was really high up, like 30 feet or something, maybe 20. Okay, it was big, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was jumping off, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I went to do it, but I couldn't do it because it was too scary. But I was like, no, this time I'm gonna do it. I jumped off and I smashed into the water, and I went fucking 20 feet down into the water because of the gravity. And then there was a big fucking crab, and he was going.
Oh, just waiting for you. Just waiting for you like a fucking crocodile.
And I swam away, and I never jumped off piers again.
Yeah, jellyfish did that to me. They gave me the fear of not being.
He was under the water trying to get
He
your
was
toes.
fucking the size of this table.
There was not a crab.
No, this
Chris,
is real.
there was
In Ireland, the crabs, like I've seen.
Are the size of the table?
I swear to God, after now.
Well, maybe
the
half
size of the table.
No.
But this table is big. It is a big table, and like,
Niall, it was the size.
That table's like 4 or 5 feet, dude.
But the biggest crab I've ever seen was.
It's like 4 feet. But anyways,
I said 4 or 5.
you're right. Anyways, the beach. What do you think of the beach? Because I think the beach.
It's full of crabs.
I think it stinks.
Yeah.
I think sand is really annoying.
I think beach. I hate forced fun, and
That's
people that go to
racist,
the
dude.
beach, it's like let's have fun.
I think
at
the
beach.
ocean is disgusting. I don't care how clear your ocean is. It's fucking putrid. It's full of condom water.
So is your bedroom.
It's full of spermicide.
So is your bedroom.
Blood, poo, snots.
So is your bedroom.
So is your underwear.
I don't snot in my underwear.
Chris's way of changing his underwear is that when he throws it on the wall, and if it sticks, that's the day to change his underwear.
Like spaghetti noodles?
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's what he told me.
Do you throw spaghetti at the wall?
Yeah, my stepdad told me that. He was like, you know how you know the spaghetti's done? You take it out of the pot and throw it at the wall. And if it
But
sticks
then your
to the wall,
then your spaghetti's covered in fucking wall
Actually, my
juice.
dad told me that underwear joke.
Dads are cool, huh?
Yeah.
dads are faggots.
I never want
Would
to be
you
a dad.
fuck your
But we do
faggot
want to get a
dad?
dad dick, as we said earlier. Because they're fucking...
I'm glad this got a little more levitus. Is that a word?
No, what the fuck?
A little more lighthearted.
Levitus? Wait. Like, okay, just off the record, is this an okay podcast or is it shit?
I think it's okay.
It's fine.
If this one is boring, I'm gonna get the blame because I'm the like new guy.
Niall, you're not gonna get the blame. Just tell us a funny joke. Hurry.
Well, I told Zach this one the other day, but I'm gonna tell it again. What's big red and scrapes off the ocean floor?
I don't know.
Moby's dick. See, that got a smile out of Stamper, but you can't see that on fucking. You can't see that in the podcast.
A man walks into a tree and he's like, I'm looking for Owl. And he hears who?
That's pretty good.
Fuck! You got more of a laugh out of that one. My one was funnier. My one had a whale and a fucking dick in it.
Chris, you're such a faggot.
No, I'm not.
You can't say that word, dude.
I like girls.
Yo, with big dicks and fucking no titties.
No, I know loads of
big
guys
balls.
though pointing at you.
I don't know.
Dick girls, like.
All right. This question came from Zach Hadel.
Why is my dick so shriveled like an onion?
Did he ask that question? Oh, look at
Are
that.
you fucking kidding me?
Zach Hadel asked that question. It's right here. Written,
Oh wow!
written on ink and paper.
Wow, can you believe this? There's one by Will Stamper. I can't believe what I'm saying here. It is me, Stamper. If you did not know, today I am a faggot. Well, it has been every day. Wow, being a faggot is so good, but please don't read this off on the pod. Ooh. Oh, shit. You know what? Let's delete. Let's take that out. Let's delete that. Let's take that out. Let's not worry about
How did
that.
you send that to him?
I was lonely.
Do you guys ever get infuriated by the fact there's only 130 characters per tweet?
Chris, shut
No,
up.
140, yeah, but that is really, like...
What if you wanted to say, hello, this is a very long message, and my name is William Stamper from Alaska? You wouldn't be able to say that.
You're actually
I
from
could. I'd
Alaska?
cut out hello and I'd say,
Hi.
hi, this is me, instead
But
of
then
William
you're
Stamper.
censoring yourself.
I'm not from Alaska. I lived there for a while.
Oh.
You saw a moose, am I correct?
I saw a moose. I saw plenty of moose.
Stamper, I recall one point you told me you were walking home from school when a big van pulled over and out got a moose, and he said to get into the van.
Then
It's
he
like a
fucked
Family
me
Guy
with his
joke,
moose
dude.
knuckle.
Yeah, except in Family Guy, you'd have like a gun and be
Do
like...
moose have big dicks or not?
I've never seen a moose dick.
Why not?
I do have a story of like
Betrayal?
the moose used to just kind of hang out in neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And my friend had a dog that used to run up to moose and bark in their faces because he thought he was tough shit. And then
What did the moose say?
one day
Bullwinkle.
a moose kicked his dog in the face and caved in half of his face.
Did it die?
His dog didn't die, but he never barked at moose again.
Because he couldn't bark because his
sad.
face was...
The moose was just standing there,
Well-
and he just like popped him in the face, and his whole head caved in like a.
Did he turn into a pug?
Could you,
No, like the half, like this half of
fucked
his.
up,
It
man.
turned into a fruit bowl, like the half
did you
of his
tip your
face.
cigarette ashes into it?
Yes, you
Whoa.
just like grab him and say, "Hey, come here, come here, dude."
Speaking of pugs,
You
like...
call them ashy.
They're the
What?
biggest fad in 2014.
Bugs are
We talked about this.
We already
We
talked
did
about
a
Oh,
whole,
on the podcast.
We did a whole.
Oh, okay, never
We
mind.
did a podcast.
podcast.
Stamp,
Bugs.
what do you think? What do you think?
You did bring up earlier about how we're fucking destroying dog breeds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are destroying them because like they're not
And the
meant to
pug-
look like that.
the pug is ruined. The English bulldog is a fucking disaster. You know the English bulldog
Yeah, they're
only lives to be 6 years because they got so many fucking. That's like the
Yeah.
median age that they live.
I have a dog and it's
6
a Cavalier
years?
King Charles and it's cute and all, but like it's not meant to be made. Like every single one of them have heart defects, have fucking breathing issues.
Yeah.
Broken eyes that point in every
Yeah,
direction.
like fucking bulging eyeballs.
We've been fucking up dog breeds for so long. The bull terrier. If you pull up pictures of the bull terrier, how they used to look versus how they look now, you'll see how their skulls are actually changed now.
That's actually because like
That's
when
what happens. It's
when you get purebred dogs and you breed them with each other, they all end up like being inbred. So like they like each generation is like
yeah.
more
So
fucked
if you
up
want
than
the
last.
dog to have a longer snout, you take the longest snout from this group, the longest snout from this group, put them together. Take the longest snout from that group, the
Yeah,
longest snout
and
from
And
this
they
group.
do all kinds of fucked up shit, like they cut dogs' tails and stuff. And like Saint Bernards are supposed to be the helper dogs, but now they're essentially worthless.
Yeah.
Owning a Saint Bernard is just owning a Saint Bernard. Like back in the day, they used to be like really stout.
Beagles are still pretty. Like I had a couple beagles. They're still hunting dogs and some dudes.
Wrong again. They're fucked up too.
They're cute. They have little cute tails and little white tips. So you can see
Yeah, but that's the point. They're cute, but they're not like
That's the first
they're
time we had
worthless.
sex too.
me.
Yeah.
With
Oh, with the beagle. Yeah, tell them the
You
beagle
wrapped the
story.
ears around your cock and jerked off.
Yeah, tell the beagle story.
I saw a beagle and I grabbed it and fucked it.
That's not Zach.
No, you snuck up on your beagle.
You snuck up on your beagle.
I said, "Come here, buddy boy."
You rub peanut butter all over your crotch.
That's what he said. He said,
What did you say?
You rubbed peanut butter all over his crotch and blew him.
"Yeah, it sucked." It.
I was wondering before if there was like a family. You know the way some people like do actually rub peanut butter on their ass and let their dog lick it.
Yeah.
Like, are there like peanut butter families, like people that do it in the family. Like more than one person.
You mean like the dad will do it?
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the dad will do it and think he's like really discreet, and then the son will do it and be like, hey, but he's really getting his dad's doo-doo in his bum.
That's gross.
Like everyone's keeping it a secret,
Everyone's
but the
keeping it a
dog is
secret.
tossing everyone's
Yeah,
salads.
yeah, and the dog's like, hey, yeah, he's just having a great time.
And then the mom's doing it too.
Yeah, the mom's doing it with the dad.
And then she goes in the kitchen, she's like, who ate all the peanut butter?
And there'd be peanut butter around the dog's mouth, but peanut butter and a little bit of darker peanut butter, which you wouldn't really know. I wonder if there would be a market on like dog peanut butter, and who would the demographic be?
What do you mean dog peanut butter? Peanut butter for dogs?
Yeah. If they sold like just innocent peanut butter for dogs, who would the demographic of
It'd
that?
be 100%
I went to
people
a dog store once that had a whole dessert rack for dogs. They had little dog cupcakes and dog pies and stuff.
Who shows it, dog?
So who do you think buys
What?
that?
Who shows
People
dog?
that love their dogs.
Why do you wish you were a
dumbass.
dog, Chris?
You can have dog.
You don't know,
cupcakes.
like, cause
Dog cup. You can have human cupcakes as a human.
They had like dog
You
safe
love
frosting
stupid
and stuff.
fucking
When am I
dog-
ever
My
gonna-
dogs used to get little frosty paws.
Frosty Paws.
They love them.
Frosty Paws.
They love them in the summertime. They lick them.
Really?
Yeah, they're called frosty paws. It's really cute. You take the lid off and you put them down. They lick them like crazy.
Dogs are stupid. I had a dog called Wizzy.
Wizzy,
Yeah, it was a Springer Spaniel and wouldn't stop fucking jumping up on people.
did you put it down?
I thought that if you wanted to kill somebody, the best thing you could do is get a big dog, like a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd or something, right? And you train them to jump on people while they're at the top of the stairs. So the dog kills them, pushes them down the stairs.
oh, that is like.
What if the guy falls on your dog and kills your dog, but the guy survives and your dog dies?
Well, then you're looking at a fucking...
If there's a whole wave of people dying by dogs being pushed down the stairs, it's all gonna come back to you.
No, it's just the one person that
You're gonna
hate.
go to jail.
You're sitting on the couch and
You're
you're like,
responsible, Stamper.
you're like,
you
yo,
killed
Rex,
him.
jump up. And then he kills somebody. Think about it. Think about it.
I'm
Have
gonna-
dogs kill people,
Dogs
but
have killed
not
people.
in the traditional
Pit
dog
bulls always-
killing.
I think they did that like the
Children's faces
1800s with the black people. I think.
Pit bulls get a bad rap, man. Pit bulls are great dogs.
I read that a cat ran up to its owner and scratched it on the tendon on the back of the leg, and she died.
What?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Why did you can't run up to somebody and scratch the back of her leg for no
Because the old
reason?
lady was like, "Here's your nipples, puss," and then the cat went, and it scratched her feet.
You fucking liar!
I swear, you look it up.
I don't believe you. Your stories are always lies.
No, it's not a lie.
You're like, did you hear the NSA headquarters blew up today? Like, look at the website. It's like virus.org, fakevirus.com.
I didn't know. I thought I was reading news.
Yeah, he's reading like this
I learned
Alex
my
Jones
lesson. I checked the
website.
sources.
You should check out Infowars.com.
Yeah.
Obama's a reptile.
He is. He's got a big long tongue.
That's for licking pussy out.
Oh, Michelle.
Zach, 3 of your favorite foods. Go, hurry.
Sand, rock, tree.
Earth, wind, water, fire.
Niall, 3 of your favorite foods. Go.
Snow, spaghetti, and lasagna.
Shepherd's pie, macaroni and cheese, pizza.
Dude, isn't shepherd's pie made by your mom better than like normal shepherd's pie you buy in a restaurant?
This
My
story-
shepherd's pie is better than my mom's whack-ass shepherd's
Whoa.
pie.
Stamper is the best cook I know.
Yeah, Stamper is a cooking connoisseur. I remember one day you said
It was like just like mom used to make. I'm like, what, that shit that... No, I'm just kidding. My mom's actually a really good cook.
well, my mom, she like cycled between three dinners every day. It was like,
I think everybody's mom everybody's mom is good at cooking like 5 things.
yeah,
like,
that's what they do.
it's just
They
the thing that
do.
they
So
do,
that's when
like,
when
the
I came to
best.
America, like people were like shocked that I never ate a pickle before, and like, yeah, but
That
it's
is pretty
not-
shocking still.
Yeah, but that's because I didn't grow up eating pickles, but now I have. I have a pickle.
I'm not even baffled that you didn't eat pickles growing up, but the fact that you never stumbled on a pickle.
No, because I pickle them out of the McDonald's burgers and I throw them on the wall
What do you do that for?
because it's funny. But like, still, then I worked at McDonald's and I stopped doing that because I realized how much of a task it is for the workers. And then
Now, welcome to their world.
yeah, no, I worked at McDonald's and it was the worst job ever, and I got so much empathy from working there.
What was your job at McDonald's?
I was a crew member, so essentially I fucking changed the bins and I like made burgers and shit and gave out free burgers to my friends and got caught and got fired. But then
That's not a job.
you know, but that's what happened. And then I was a waiter. I told Stamper this, and I pretended I was a waiter before, so I pretended I had experience, but I didn't know how to wait a table, and they caught me, and I got fired. And then my other job, I got fired as well because there was this guy, and he was like my Indian manager, and he told me that I wasn't allowed to go to the toilet, and I was like, this is bullshit. I went to the toilet anyway, and he got mad at me, and I was like, it's my human right to go to the toilet, and I sounded like a fucking faggot, so he ran me out the door. And then Yeah, that was my last kind of proper job.
You're fired for peeing. That's
Chris.
bullshit.
Oh no, then I got fired. Oh man, I got fired so much. I got fired 2 more times. One time I was working in this retailer called Debenhams, and I was really tired, and I crawled under a clothes rack and fell asleep for 8 hours. And then when I was crawling out, I was looking up my manager's skirt accidentally, and then she fired me.
Fuck?
And
I
then
don't believe that.
I swear to God, it was in 2006, December 2006, in Debenhams in
Wow,
Galway.
the date makes me believe.
Yeah, well, in Debenhams in Galway, I was like in the stock
On
room.
October 1st, 1995, I met
It was
Tom
at 6
Cruise.
a.m., I swear!
Yeah, no. What actually happened was I was it was a 12-hour shift or something. I was only 16. I thought it was bullshit, and I was really tired from the day before. So I went to the stock room and crawled under the clothes, and then crawled back out 8 hours later. And my manager was standing right there and was pretty much looking up her skirt, and she got mad. Yeah, that's it. That's
What
pretty
did her
much it.
pussy look like?
I didn't see her
Was
pussy.
it a big puppy
Oh,
pussy?
I didn't actually
Here's
see.
a good pussy story.
Oh.
When I was in Vegas when I was like 13, my dad, we were staying at a hotel because my dad's a dirty gambler. Anyways, we were at the pool. I looked up.
Your dad's gonna hear
An
that.
old lady was wearing big old baggy shorts, and I could see her big old pussy.
Big old baggy pussy.
What's the first pussy you've ever seen?
Not old ladies. She was the first one. Like, well, she was the first real one.
My
I've ever
first
seen.
tit I've ever seen was I was like jumping
Your
off.
first tit?
Yeah, it was an accident. It was
Not
an accident.
two, just one.
Yeah, it was one tip. It was one tip because I was jumping
One hit
off.
wonder.
Yeah, because I was in this place where you jump off diving boards, and there was some girl in the
A
queue.
swimming pool, dumbass.
No, it wasn't because it was in the sea, but it was diving boards, and there was like her tit was hanging out, and me and my friend were like, "Whoa!" And we were
you
looking at
touch
the
it?
no, I didn't, but I was looking at it for ages, and then some other girl goes, "Hey, your tit's hanging out to her," and then like she put it back in. That was the first titty I've ever
First
seen.
titties I've ever seen were my mom's.
Yeah, well, I've seen my mom's when I was a kid.
Yeah, I saw a post like, everybody, like just recently, like every guy I've ever met can tell you verbatim the first time they ever saw titties, but I can't remember the first time I saw titties.
Really?
It was like my mom's, my sister's, my
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was
Well,
like
don't you
your
think when it's your
mom's, your
sister, she's-
Well, that just
sister's.
sounded like I had a fucked up
Yeah,
childhood.
because when it's your
but-
sister and she's similar to your age, why would she like when she's developing her titties? Like, what would she like fucking walk around topless?
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck?
like my sister was
I haven't seen
a
my
year
sister.
older than me, so we grew up together.
So
essentially.
you saw her titties.
You see, like when my sister's like
I saw a
started
lot of
growing
titties.
they
I
started-
can't, it's just a blur of titties in my mind. I remember the first time I saw a pussy.
I don't
it was in a Penthouse magazine, and when I pulled it open, I was like, "What is that?" Ugh.
I remember
My grandpa's been collecting every Playboy since like 1970, and it's like when I remember I was like 10 or 11. I opened it up and there was a big dildo crammed in a pussy. And I was like, I thought it was like some weird thing. coming out
Wrong.
of
They
a
don't
pussy.
do that in Playboy.
It-
You're a
I don't think it
liar
was Playboy.
and a thief.
I don't think it was Playboy, but I know for a fact there was a huge dildo crammed in some kind of pussy.
probably-
And I opened it up and I went, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like some growth coming out of her.
Did you guys ever
And I
find-
was horrified. I was disgusted by pussy.
Did you guys ever find your dad's pornos?
But it made my wiener hard, and I was
But
disgusted at the
one
same
more,
time.
one more story about my grandpa is big pussy dildos.
What?
Listen to me. You listen here.
Wait, what?
You listen here, but listen.
This better be the best.
Wait, Stamper, where do you think the story's gonna go?
Why? Where do you think it's gonna go?
Because like you said, his big grandpa's big ass dildos or pussy dildos.
Oh no.
Incorrect. Well, here's what happened.
Okay.
My uncle gave us, this was back in like 1999, 2000, right when home computers were starting to become really, people had home computers at that point, but they were just really becoming modernized. It was like the cell phone,
Yeah, like-
computer, yeah. Anyways, my big dirty uncle gave my dad a house computer.
Big dirty uncle?
Big dirty uncle.
Okay.
That's his full
was
name,
his
by the way.
name?
Big dirty uncle.
What was his name?
First name Big, middle name Dirty, last name Uncle.
Okay.
Anyways, Big Dirty Uncle Jr. gave us this computer. It was the only computer in the house. We had it in my brother's room. And he didn't clear anything off. So my dad was like, here, you can play computer. You can go on there. And we went on the computer. And he left a bunch of pictures of naked ladies with their big titties out.
Big fucking tits.
My brother was a little boy. He got freaked out. He didn't know how to handle it. So the only thing he could think of to do was to print off the naked ladies, and he slid them under my parents' door.
What?
I guess he was like, he was trying to say, well, what the fuck is this? But he never like, he just slid it under, and then we left, and we forgot about it. They never said anything about it. We never heard anything back. It just kind of went undiscovered. So my parents came home one day and just found like a naked lady picture. They're like, huh? And they fucking probably threw it away and forgot about it.
You've never heard anything about that since?
No, it just vanished into thin air. I'm assuming my dad was like, what the fuck? And he threw it away.
Hey, can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
Same thing. I went over to my friend's house, Kevin, when I was younger, and it was like 8, and he had big older brothers, Mark and Robert, and they were.
Is this to do with the huge cock?
Yeah, he's got a fucking monster cock. Anyways, his brothers downloaded lots of blacks on blonde porn onto their computer, and we were little kids.
Blacksonblondes.com was a real website.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
was.
that. Yeah, I remember that.
I know.
Like black chicks on blonde.
No,
like
black
Big
dudes.
old black man on little blonde girl.
Yeah,
Not black guys with blonde hair.
But anyways,
Like Simon Phoenix.
I have a story about Blacks on Blondes after this.
But anyways, we were in the sitting room. Kevin was like, "Hey, look at this," and I was just like, "Oh," and I was like, oh, "I don't like that. I don't like that at all." And then his dad came in. And his dad didn't see the computer, and he just sat down and lay down on the couch. And then Kevin turned the computer away from his dad, who was laying on the couch a little bit, and Kevin was like, "Hey," and he kept clicking through it. I was just sitting there silent with a big old boner, an 8-year-old boner. And I was like,
man.
this is too much.
The best kind.
I have a similar
And Kevin
fucking...
was just we watched like an hour of Blacks on Blondes while his dad just watched TV right next to us.
When I was like 13 or
Sweet.
14, I was kind of late to the porn industry.
Porn
Well, not
scene.
industry, but scene. Yeah,
I caught up though.
yeah. Oh man, I'm years ahead, light years ahead now. But at the time, LimeWire, and that's where the go-to porn.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
No, okay, can I just say one thing about LimeWire?
Yeah. Go say LimeWire.
Right, if you type in the letter P or anything in the LimeWire, it will always come up with 12-year-old fucks dog.
Yeah, exactly.
12-year-old girl fucks
I downloaded
dog.
that when I was when I was
No matter
12.
what you typed in the LimeWire, that always showed up.
But
Like,
when I
my
was
Did
cousin-
you watch it?
No.
wait,
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Fucking liars.
I did not.
Sucker, I watched it.
Chris,
and it
you
was,
fucking did, didn't you?
I watched it and it
Even
was
if
a
I
rap
did,
video.
I was like 13.
Oh, even if you did, you
I
fucking
did,
did,
though.
dude.
I
You
did.
watched 12-year-old fucks
I
dog.
did when I was 12, but it was a dog. No, not a dog. Sorry, a rapping video. But anyway, when LimeWire, when I was a kid, I was in my friend's house and we were looking up Hermione Granger porn or Emma Watson, and his dad walked in, and his dad was really fucking slow. I remember one time there was a pizza stuck to the roof in his car. That's how slow he was. He didn't even realize it was there.
Like
but,
a pizza.
A whole pizza?
No, just like his slice of pizza stuck to his roof. Like he was really slow and really messy. But he came in when we were searching it, and my friend like blocked the screen when his
his
dad walked in.
hands?
His dad started talking about like soccer results and shit because he loves soccer. And then my friend just like got rid of his hand, and his dad just looked at it for like 20 seconds, and that 20 seconds seemed like 20 minutes. It was so long. He was just looking at it. It was like this actress porn, and then he like slowly just like turned off the screen as if that would do anything, but it didn't. His dad knew we were filthy pervs, but he started jacking off in the middle. Not the dad.
dad?
No.
He was
The
jacking
dad?
off with you two there.
No. My friend started jacking off when I was there, and that's when it kind of got weird. Well, that's my
After
story.
he turned the screen off.
After he turned the screen off,
He started jacking off.
Yeah, it was, and his dad walked out, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he
And
started.
there was a pizza stuck to his balls.
no,
The end.
no, but there was a pizza stuck to his roof. But there was like 8 kids in that house. It was kind of weird.
Jerking off together in unison.
At the same time, you
Like,
just
like a
heard,
swim team.
Yeah. But that's the same friend. When his granny died, his granny had like severe Alzheimer's, and then she died. And they had no respect really for her when she was alive because she had Alzheimer's and they were kids and they were just kind of joking around with her. But when she died, they had an open casket in her house, and he started like going, Niall, look at this. And he like opened her eye, like her dead eye, and I was like, I got really creeped out. And then he started like squeezing her nose and like pinching her cheeks and stuff. And I was like, I don't know. I was really fucking. I thought it was kind of
then
funny.
he
but-
started jerking off.
Yeah.
well, he might have. Like, I would not be surprised.
You know when you're a kid and you don't really when was the first time you realized you couldn't cry when you needed to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Were you ever like, oh, like about like when you're a teenager, a little bit older, like, oh, I should be sad, but I'm not. I should be sadder than I am.
One time.
Dude, it's just like being close to like certain members of your family. Dude,
I was, but I'm
90%
saying-
of my family could die and I wouldn't care.
But that's what I'm saying. When did you
I would really care.
when did you first realize
I mean,
that?
I'd care, but I wouldn't fucking.
When did you first realize that? When did you first go,
I never
oh?
broke down my emotions like, should I be crying right now?
But I my grandma was dying and everybody was really sad. I was like, oh God, I'm not sad. I was bummed out, but I wasn't like sad.
Bummed out counts.
No, but everyone was like, everybody was weeping, and I was like, oh, I need to, So I was like, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fake cry here, and I went. And everybody looked at me and I was like, no one's buying it. I just shut up and I didn't say anything about it, and nobody said anything about it either. And it came out just like that. I was like, oh.
I love how non-confrontational your family is. Like, you just
There's,
do
like-
weird shit and nobody ever says anything about
And
it.
another thing that happened was they're like, you need to go and say goodbyes to her. She's gonna pass away in the next couple hours. And I went in, and when something's really dark, like you're trying to make out something, you're looking at it, you're like squinting, it's getting closer.
Man, I have a thing about that.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, is that thing on my desk right there? Is there somebody sleeping on that bed or whatever? You're kind of squinting to see see if it's there.
Yeah.
We all went in her room and the lights were dim because she was dying. She didn't want fucking bright lights blinding her. And I was on the edge of the bed and she was laying there with her legs spread. And I was like, is she wearing underwear? I was like trying to see if she was wearing underwear so I could notify and tell somebody, hey, her exposed pussy's hanging out. You know, close the legs or put a blanket over or something. And I was like squinting, looking at it. And before I could even clarify, my aunt looked at me and went, oh, and she threw a blanket over my grandmother's crotch. I was like, oh no. She thought I was trying to look at her pussy. Like my aunt thought I was trying to look at my grandma's pussy while she was dying. And I never talked to my aunt after, like, she just assumed I was staring at her pussy and taking advantage of her.
Oh man, I've like.
And to this day, it's still like, it's completely up in the air.
I hope my uncle listens to this because once I was on his computer because I used to babysit his kids, and my friend sent me like Meat Spin or something or some like fucking gay thing, and then I saw that he looked at, like I saw his history that he looked at the gay stuff, and yeah, he was like he thought he was really weirded out by me for the like next like 2 months or like since like I haven't really seen him much since, but yeah.
That's a Meat Spin kid is what he says to you.
Yeah, no, he thinks I'm like some fucking weird gay porn star advocate.
I wouldn't care if you were. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, this one time I was in a bank lobby and there was a big stuffed taxidermy goat, and I was there with either my grandma or my mom. And when I saw the goat, I was like, yeah! And then I ran over to the goat and I got down on my hands and knees to see if they taxidermied his wiener and like if his wiener was still there. And so I was looking up under it, and then one of the bank tellers was like, she was like pointing and laughing at me like it was the funniest thing she ever saw. And then I got really nervous, like I stood up. I was like, I probably shouldn't be doing that. The end.
Do you have any crazy grandma stories?
He didn't have a wiener, by the way.
That'd be cool if he did. A big taxidermy dick.
No, my grandmas all died, and I wasn't there to see them.
To see their vaginas.
To see their vaginas. No.
Oh my lord.
But no, I never saw my grandma's pussy.
Why not? You're missing. You're really missing out, Stamper. Let me tell you that much.
He is missing out.
Creepy.
Yeah, he's missing out.
Did you hear about that guy who goes around fucking grandmas? He's on eFucked, but he did like interviews and he just
Why'd you say like he's some serial killer? This guy's going on fucking grandmas, man. It's an epidemic, man. No. Lock your
He
doors.
doesn't fuck my grandma.
He's this dude and he's like, he fucks him and they're like, I haven't had sex like this in 40 years.
Oh, he fucks old ladies.
Yeah.
He was just
you
there with
see
a big grin on his face smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, like grandma's a title. You have to say old ladies.
Old.
Unless he's fucking your grandma specifically, like that's.
Then we got a problem.
Yeah, you can't say grandmas. Like,
Yeah,
That's
but
such a weird title. Yeah, it's like fucking like a 50-year-old man. It's like, yeah, I fucked a father today. It's like, what? What do you mean
yeah,
you
but
fucked a
grandmas
father?
means old ladies. Come on, there's a two-way word about it.
that was your story now?
No, I had a grandma story. My grandma story was my friend opening the eyeballs.
You better make this good now.
That's my. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm kind of derailed a little bit.
Stamp, would you fuck an old lady? What's
Yeah,
the
hell yeah.
What's
I
the
would
oldest
fuck-
you
Would
would
you
go?
really? Would you actually?
No.
Oh.
I would fuck up until the 8. No, my friend told me that his range of fucking was 13 to 65.
Hold on.
Yeah, well, he was 16 at the time.
Hold on. 16 would fuck a 13-year-old?
Yeah, that's why it was so weird because it was like such a huge range. It was like 13 to 65.
I don't mind the range. I mind how far back it goes.
Well, when you're 16,
13 is like preteen. Like
yeah, but there's two kind of 13-year-olds. There's ones that with titties and ones without titties. And the ones without titties, that's
if you're
gross.
fucking anybody
You mean
who
boys
does
and
who isn't a
girls?
Yeah, well,
Or fat boys and...
No, I'm talking about like 13-year-olds that developed and they got big fat titties. That's that. No, I'm not saying they're hot. I'm saying when you're 16, you might.
This is bad. I have a bad feeling about this.
Anyway, Zach, what were you saying?
I remember.
Okay, good.
Would you fuck an old person? That's the last thing I remember saying.
Yeah. I have a good topic. Zach.
Yes. Stamper.
Actually, everyone, when you were a child, what was the thing you were most terrified of? And you can't say your dad fucking you because I already have dibs on that, but something you were legitimately terrified of.
My uncle fucking me.
When I was a kid, I thought that Casper lived in my house, and he's the most cutest like ghost ever. But I was fucking terrified.
Whatever, Casper's not. If Casper floated over my bed, even now, I'd be like, whoa.
If anything was in my
With his
room,
big baby head, he looks like a.
He's a
dude,
dead baby. Isn't that sad?
if Tom Hanks was in my room at night, I'd be scared because fucking somebody else is in my room. They're my
Yeah.
personal space.
What if Tom Hanks was like, shh, be quiet, it's okay. And
I would shit my fucking
no, but
pants.
what if he like patted your head and made you feel comfortable and gave you and tucked you in?
What if Tom Hanks was in your room at night and then he came up to you and he was like, Zach, no questions, I need you to come with me. And
Get
you
the
saw him. And you saw that it was Tom Hanks.
I go up, I reach my hand and touch his face, and he says, "Yeah, it's me. Who else?" Huh.
Would you get up and go with him?
I would say, "Tom, get the fuck out."
Yeah, but like, what if it's like, Zach, it's urgent. I need you to.
Well,
come.
I'll say, "What is it? What, are you gonna take me to your Polar Express?"
Oh, no, he goes, no, I'm going to take you to.
I'll be like, what are you filming, Big 2? Get the fuck out of my house. Tom Hanks.
I'm not gonna be in Turner and Hooch 2. Tom Hanks, get the fuck out.
I was legitimately terrified
Yes,
of aliens when I was a kid.
I still am to some degree.
Aliens made me sleep with my light on from the age of 12 to probably the age of 14 because I was convinced I was going to be taken away. It didn't help.
Was this when you lived in Alaska?
This is when I lived in Alaska.
I don't blame
I lived
you.
in the country
Yeah.
in the wintertime when it was dark most of the year, and I was convinced that I was good.
It was imminent.
Because my parents were, I wouldn't say they were workaholics, but they worked their asses off. So they worked like 14-hour days, and I barely ever saw them. I'd come home from school, and it would just be me and my sister and my brother in this big house. I don't think my sister gave a shit. Maybe she was afraid of
About
other things,
aliens?
but I was terrified of aliens, and it didn't help that I watched a documentary.
Or
where-
Fire in the Sky?
And Fire in the Sky.
That fucking movie, dude.
Fire in the Sky is a horrible movie.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it, but I've seen signs, and that's kind of scary.
No, I mean horrible in a sense where, like, if you
Don't watch
when
it
a
if you
kid-
want to sleep.
Yeah, it's a fucking terrifying movie. And there's another movie with Christopher Walken called Communion.
I've
And
never
it's
seen
a
that
little
one.
corny and it's really cryptic, but there's some scenes in that movie that'll fucking terrify you. But I saw this lost home footage video called The McPherson Abduction. I don't know if you ever saw that. If you watched it now, it would be completely laughable. But when I was a kid, the McPherson Abduction video, it was like it was a fake documentary, right?
Okay.
Where like people were like, yeah, we don't know what happened to these people, and they show another clip of the footage or whatever, and it was just like aliens kind of sequentially stealing members of this family, and like some kid was walking around with it, and I thought that I was doomed, man. I had to like convince myself as I was sleeping, like nobody's gonna come.
Yeah, but why would they just
To this place and
abduct you
fucking-
of all people? Why would they say
Because
Will
he's in the middle of Alaska.
Yeah, but
That
why
was
was
one of the things that, you know, like how people say, like, yeah, do you believe in like reincarnation? It's like, yeah, I'd be reincarnated. It's Ben Franklin.
Yeah,
and it's
fuck
like,
that. You'd be a fucking little Chinese girl who was a slave in 1200.
yeah, like why does everybody assume that reincarnation? There's not enough famous people to go around.
I'm
and
Elvis
be-
Presley. It's like,
There's this
no.
guy who's legitimately
No.
convinced right now to this day that he's the reincarnation of John Lennon, and he writes this shitty fucking music. And like, yeah, this guy was alive before John Lennon died, so like it makes like no fucking sense.
I used to be paranoid that my whole family was going to die, just generally, so I prayed before
And
I went to bed. Every night I prayed to God, I would literally say, God, please let my family live until tomorrow. And I named every single person in my immediate family and in my secondary family. All my cousins, aunts, uncles, I'd be like, please don't kill them.
Do you ever feel guilty because you left somebody out?
What do you mean? Like left them out of the house?
No, you
No,
left
in
somebody
your
out
prayers.
of your prayers.
Oh, I did. I was like, oh fuck, yeah.
What if they died? Would that make you believe in God?
If I was like 12 or 13 and I did that, I left somebody out and they died,
I
I would.
left out Uncle Jack or something.
Uncle Jack
leaving
gets hit
you
by a
out.
car, I would probably still be religious to this day if that happened. That probably would have traumatized me. Honestly.
God's like, hey, well, fuck you, Zach.
You left
Take
one
this.
out? Yeah, that'll teach you next
You're
time.
like Uncle Jack? Fuck you.
I'm trying to think of stuff that terrified me as a kid. That actually terrified me. Yeah, I mean the regular stuff. Ghosts. I remember.
I've never been afraid of ghosts. I always thought that if a ghost
Not
came
guys,
into my
sorry,
room, I'd be
demons. Like a
okay.
demon, like a scary ghost.
Demons are fucking corny.
Oh, I
if
have
a
a
dude
fucking-
walking into my room with horns,
Oh, let's
and he's
tell
like, I'm
ghost
a
stories.
demon, I'd be like,
Dude,
really, with your fucking horns, asshole? Fuck off.
I guess I've always been more paranoid about like realistic things, like somebody breaking into the house and fucking like cutting my throat or something.
Or like home invasion. Like everyone's always afraid of aliens, but nobody ever thinks about home invasions.
I'm still
like,
to this day
legitimate-
terrified of
Yeah.
home invasions.
no, when I woke up one day, there was a guy in my house, and he ran away. Like I swear to God, I got home invaded one day, and
When
he was looking at me, you know, like a deer in the headlights, and I woke up and I just looked at him. I was like, and then he just ran out the door, and he didn't steal anything.
When was this?
About 7 years ago.
That I would have never been able to sleep
Maybe
again,
he was
man.
going back to his old friend's house. That
Well, he looked like he was wearing a cat burglar outfit. But
He
like,
had like
Did he have
black
little
and
Joe
white
in his
stripes. And
yeah, he was wearing like all black and shit. But ghost story, when I was 8, this is actually true. I swear to God, I woke up and I felt someone beside me, and like I don't believe in ghosts, but like this one fucking scared me. There was someone beside me, and I thought it was like my little sister or something. And I got up and I saw it was like a boy, and I was like, what the fuck? I don't have any brothers. And then it like walked towards me and disappeared into a blue light. And then I ran into my parents' room because I was scared shitless, as I would be. And then I woke up in that room, so I knew it was real. And that actually did happen. I guess it was sleep paralysis or some shit, but that really did happen. That fucking scared me for about 10 years.
I remember when I was probably 13 or 14 or something like that, I was with my cousin, and we were upstairs in our room listening to, like, we were playing games, and it was like 12 o'clock at night. And this is my recollection of it. I don't know how reliable this is, but we were like, downstairs we heard people talking. We're like, what the fuck? All three of us heard people talking. What the hell's going on? It was like a group of people talking. And we went downstairs and we like, to my recollection, I saw a group of like, semi-transparent people playing poker at my kitchen table. I was like, what the fuck? This is exactly how I remember. I know this is definitely didn't happen. Like, I definitely misidentified something. And then I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? And I went down, my cousin saw it too.
Yeah.
And we told my parents, and they were like, you're fucking lying. And I went downstairs, and there was nobody there.
And then your dad beat your ass.
He beat my ass for calling me a liar, yeah.
But Zach, you told me I was fucking crazy for seeing a spaceship.
No, I didn't say
That's true. That's true.
Here's what I said. I said you saw what you saw, but it was not a space alien. I saw what I saw, but I didn't see ghosts.
You saw ghosts.
I didn't see ghosts, period. Ghosts.
Zach, you told me a funny story once where you said that you were in a mansion and fucking a chair chased you down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, no. It's amazing whenever you recount my stories, they're so far off. I was in a mansion and a chair chased me down the stairs. Here's what really happened. I was at my grandma's house, and this is way after I stopped, believing or being spiritual. I was probably 16, 17. I went to my grandparents' house, they're like, oh, we'll be right there, like 5 minutes, just stay in the house. And I went in there, broad daylight, went in their house, sat in their living room. They have a bunch of modern furniture, and I saw, like, one of their rocking chairs started going back and forth slowly. And I was like, what the fuck? I got put back a little bit. I was like, what? I'm completely alone in the house. This rocking chair starts going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then it starts getting really severe. Then I hear a bang, bang, bang. Then I hear footsteps. I shit my pants and run outside. And I waited in the driveway. I was like, well, I'm not going the fuck back in there. I went back in. Nobody was in the house. And that house has a lot of weird stuff that happens in that place. My dad stayed there one time with his girlfriend who was visiting, and they were staying in one of the guest bedrooms, and my dad saw a huge black lump next to his bed, and it rose up, it went around it circled around the bed and sunk down. And my dad tapped his girlfriend on the shoulder and said, what the fuck is that? He pointed at it, and she saw it too. And it was clearly walking around. It was 3 or 4 feet off the ground, walking around the bed. They freaked out, turned the light on, and disappeared to them. And also, there's one room in that house where whoever sleeps in it, everybody who slept in that room has confirmed, whenever you sleep in that room, you fan it or you dream about killing people, going crazy and killing people that you know. It happened to me. I stayed in that room, and I had a dream that I fucking killed everybody. Very strange. And I'm not superstitious at all, but that rocking chair story, that happened to me, and it scared the fuck out of me. I think that was the last thing that happened where I was like, okay, there could be... Oh, last story. I was with my brother one time, home alone, and we were talking, and I said something kind of anti-religious as a joke. Like, fuck God, he's a faggot, what does he know? And a minute later, my brother went back in his room, and the fucking cross in the living room, which was nailed up, flipped upside down, perfectly upside down. And I freaked out, dude. I was like, oh my God. It scared the hell out of me.
Hey, do you remember when you stayed in Ireland with me?
Why would God do petty shit like that?
It just scared the fuck out of me. It worked. I mean, I pissed my pants.
Do you remember what happened when you stayed in Ireland with me, Zach?
Yes. Would you like to tell the story? You want to tell the story, Chris?
It was Zach. He stayed in my little flat. Right?
Yes.
Do you remember Zach?
Yes, I was there.
Do you remember?
I was there.
Anyways, he was staying with me in Ireland, and he had his smelly bitch girlfriend staying too. They both stayed in the guest room.
That's me.
They stayed in the guest room, and this is what happened. I go to bed, I wake up, walk into my kitchen, there's ketchup all over the roof, it exploded out of the press, and I was like, Zach, you were a fucking asshole, why did you do this? And Zach came out of bed with his little morning wood, and he's like, what happened here? And I'm like, where did all this come from? Just ketchup all over the roof.
Basically what happened
it
is
was all over the walls. It was all over the floor, and it looked like it had exploded.
Do you
from
still have the
inside.
picture, Chris? Do you still have the
I
picture?
still have the picture.
Okay, there's a picture of that, but I lived in that apartment, and there was a ghost. And Chris doesn't believe me, but it was a little girl, and she lived in the fucking.
Fuck off with your cliche.
No, because dude, I heard her laughing. I know little girl is a cliche, but it doesn't take away from
Why
the
would
fact.
you ever be scared of a little girl ghost?
I didn't write this. This is what
Come
happened.
on, Niall.
It's not something that you write down. It happened to be a little girl.
It's your horny subconscious projecting a little girl to come fuck you up.
No, it's not. I'm not attracted to little girls, but it was a little girl.
Not anymore, thanks to the treatment.
No, I'm attracted to little boys, but still, it was in the fucking cupboard, right? Cupboard.
The little girl was?
Do you guys say cupboard?
They say
Cabinet.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So it was in a little cabinet, right, under the sink, and that's happened to be where near the ketchup. So that's like a clue. And what you call
She
it?
was
I heard
laughing inside.
No. One day I heard her giggling one night, and another night, Chris was on his computer, and there was a clock that we never fucking used.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And
that.
the clock was behind the microwave, right?
Yeah.
And then, for some reason, the clock was on the fucking wall that night, and it was working, and it was at the right time. And I was like, oh, weird. Chris must have put the clock on the wall, but it had this ticking noise. And I knew
Chris would never do that.
And I was like, wait, Chris wouldn't like a ticking noise.
Chris
But I
is
didn't
like,
think about
yeah.
it. And then the next morning, I woke up, and the clock was on the sofa, and the batteries were out, like as Chris would do if there was a ticking noise in the room. And I go, Chris, why did you assemble a clock and put it back in one
take
night?
it apart.
Yeah, and take it apart. And he was like, I'm sorry. The ticking was annoying me. And I was like, why are you sorry? I didn't put it up there. And then he was like, I didn't put it up there. And we were the only two people that lived there. Literally the only two people in the house.
It was a scary ghost.
All right, yeah, it was okay. Yeah, but how do you explain?
Here's
it was at the right time. It was set to the right time.
Right, that is good. But then, whenever I hear these stories, I think, if you surpass death, why would you go into a fucking Irish apartment, put batteries in a clock, time it, and put it on the wall just to annoy Chris?
Look, I agree.
Why would you way better stuff in the afterlife?
I agree. It makes no sense, but that's something that happened.
Like
Maybe
even my story, it's like if I survive the afterlife, why would I rock a fucking chair back and forth to scare somebody?
This is fucking funny.
Yeah, I would do it if it was.
If you were a ghost, you'd be bored out of your mind.
Here's something that I can't explain. This is one of the most fucked up things that's ever happened to me, okay?
Yeah.
Close to when I first moved up to this area, right?
Yeah.
Kind of next to the place we live in now, right? I moved into a brand new apartment, brand new in every respect. It was built brand new, and Jeff lived right next door, and he lived in a brand new apartment. It was just like newly constructed, right? When I first moved in there, I didn't have anything. I had my clothes, and I had an air mattress. And I'm in the bedroom. It's a one-bedroom apartment with a living room out front and a kitchen. It's essentially kind of a studio that has like a second.
But I get you. Yeah.
So I go into my bedroom, and this is kind of in my I'm fucking afraid of the dark phase, because I was still afraid of the dark. Well, now I don't care anymore because I'm a fucking alcoholic and my life is in shambles. But back then I actually valued my life. So I leave my bedroom light on, and it's got a dimmer switch. So I put it like halfway down so the lights are kind of halfway dimmed, and I get into bed, and then the only thing, I'm serious, the only thing I remember is a girl opens my closet door, doesn't creep it open. She comes out of my closet door completely naked with this long black hair that comes down to her waist, out of my closet, walks over to the foot of my bed, sits down on my bed, and then she turns around and looks at me. She doesn't have a face. Her face is blank. There's no eyes, no nose. It's just a blank canvas. And she's staring at me like this.
How could she be staring if she had no eyes?
Her head was
face
fixated.
is pointing at me, asshole. So she's clearly looking at me some way.
Her head is fixated in your direction.
And I'm not screaming, I'm not upset. I'm like trying to understand what I'm looking at, because she's like, me and her are like locking faces, and I don't really get what's going on. It's not terrifying at all.
It's puzzling.
And it's in the same exact room that I was in, the same ambience and all that, the lights and the bed and the everything. It was like
I think
I don't even know who this person was. She came out and she looked at me and then left, and that was it.
Was your little heart pounding like crazy?
I waited for the sun to rise after that. I'm fucking like 25 years old, 26 years old.
And you couldn't sleep.
And I was sitting there holding my blankets like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude,
Because that happened. Granted, it didn't happen. It's not, you know.
It could have been sleep paralysis or lucid dreaming.
But, yeah, I mean, obviously in the real world, I would have stood up and screamed and shit my pants. But, like, so I was clearly dreaming. But it was like, but was I?
Yeah, because you wake up and you're the exact same setting.
I had
The exact same setting,
Yeah.
the exact same lights, the exact same everything. And again, like, I didn't put enough emphasis on this, but when she sat at the foot of my bed, when I woke up, I swore, because it was an air mattress.
Yeah.
Like I said,
felt it
and
lift
then
up.
I felt just shit lifting like this. So I don't know if, like, my feet were in a weird position where I, like, deflated.
It's one of those things where it's like, is your brain trying to figure out what the sensation is first, or, you know what I mean? Because if I walk up and slap you in the chest, then you're going to dream that you get shot in the chest. Like, your brain's going to figure out a way
Yeah, I mean, I know I said explain this, but I mean, there's clearly, like, a lot
explanation,
of
but still, it's
for it.
spooky
Yeah,
as
because
fuck.
all this stuff
if that
happens
happened to
when you're in
me,
bed.
But it was, like, so coincidental and fucking
if that happened to me, I probably couldn't sleep that night either. 'Cause I'm a
I'll
huge
never
pussy.
forget that.
But like
Shit.
that kind of happened to me too, though. The exact same situation where you're in your bed and then you dream and then I was in the same room though, and this isn't the one with the airplane either. This was a separate time when I was in my flat, and I was going through sleep paralysis. But this time I had already gone through sleep paralysis, so I was like, I know exactly what's happening. Just don't imagine anything scary. Just fucking don't. And then this fucking thing materialized at the end of my bed, and it was like this big, tall, black. It was like, it had a little tiny white...
Man.
No, it wasn't a big black man. It was this big black mass, right? And it had these 4 big, long things going down to the floor, so I assume, like, big, long arms and big, long legs, and it had this tiny little white face, right? And it was fucking scary, and I was like, oh my god.
Like a little doll mask?
Yeah, it was just
was like those
terrifying,
Spirited
right?
Away
It just started
things.
leaning towards me, and
Yeah.
I was like, this is fucking, oh my god.
Can't you close your
No, but
eyes?
that's the thing. If you close your eyes, you're still dreaming. It doesn't make a difference. So you just gotta sit there and wait for it to wear off. But anyway,
But if you close your eyes, does it like make it a little bit different?
well, it could, but I didn't. Like, if you're gonna close your eyes, you could. If in my head, it's like if I close my eyes, I'm gonna see the fucking Exorcist girl in my dreams or something. So I was just like,
I'm so fucking neurotic and like paranoid that my brain would do something way worse. Like,
Yeah.
it'd pick the worst parts of my brain.
That's what
like
happened to me
fears.
with the
That's what I'm
Exorcist girl.
saying. But right, and it started leaning towards me, and then it just fucking. Then I was able to sit up, and I was like, it's gone, cool. But yeah, and then afterwards, I like typed in what it was to Google, and it was so weird. Well, no, actually, no, I told Sean what it was, and he told me that it was like the common symbol for God or something. I was like, that's fucking.
God rest his soul, Sean.
That was fucking weird.
But
I had a really scary dream a couple nights ago because it was super realistic.
yeah, but what was it?
Oh, you know, so I've been like for
Yeah,
back.
you actually have to tell people
Yeah.
after you say that.
Anyways, no, but I've been like watching for background noise like Cold War stuff and World War II stuff because it's good to listen to.
Yeah.
And I watched a movie called Threads. It's a
the
British
nuke one.
movie.
Yeah, the nuclear war one.
Yeah, it's a nuclear war movie. It's
I
super.
saw that, and it had a good score, right?
It's a really good movie. So is The Day After. It's basically the American version, quote unquote, but it's pretty different. But anyways, a couple of nights ago, I had a dream. We were going to Wendy's. Chris and I think you, Stamp, or somebody else, the third person, and because I've also been keeping up with the news.
Wait, let me stop you.
Yeah.
Wendy's is fucking good.
Wendy's is delicious.
Wendy's. Did you ever have the Baconator, double Baconator?
Yes.
Oh my fucking lordy!
They're very
Trouble
good.
so high. That shit is the best.
Very good.
And also chicken Asiago.
Yeah, that's good
That's
too.
also really
Oh,
good.
my lord.
I used to get the regular cheeseburger. It's pretty good.
They got
far-
those junior bacon cheeseburgers. Yes, sir.
As far as fast food goes,
The fries?
Yeah. The fries
Can't
are
beat
like
'em.
McDonald's. They look like McDonald's fries, but they taste
They're
like
better.
fucking-
So
oh,
much.
yeah.
This podcast brought to you by Wendy's.
It's not. It's not.
Eat burgers, you
Yeah,
ugly.
but anyway, the other day,
Fat shit.
I think I have mild schizophrenia
Can I
because.
finish the thing so nobody gets upset?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it's just really short. It's not even that scary, but it is scary to me. Anyways, I know you're probably keeping up with world news, but I read a headline and it wasn't even bad, but it just played a part, like it all clicked together. Because in the movie Threads, the thing that starts nuclear war in Threads, it's like the Soviet Union invades Iran or something, and then we invade Iran. And what's happening in real life is NATO right now is in Ukraine in the western side doing.
Oh my
doing
God, you're boring the shit out of
It's
me.
really short. It's really short. Basically, there's a country called Ukraine, and in the west there's
I
NATO.
know that.
And in the east, right now, Russia's there. And I had a dream they started shooting at each other. And we were on the way to Wendy's, and I heard this on the radio, and a huge fucking mushroom cloud came up, and I was like,
I have loads of-
ah! And I turned around, and I came to the house, and I came here first to grab the water jugs, and I was like, in the fucking basement! And I woke up at like 6 a.m., and I was like, welp! And I stayed up for like 4 hours, and I couldn't sleep. It was the way it was played out was super realistic.
I have loads of nuclear war dreams. It's really
look,
weird.
I've had a lot of nuclear.
Yeah, it's like you see a
I've
mushroom
never
cloud.
had a nuclear war.
Dude, it
You
is
see
the
a mushroom
most...
cloud and it comes towards you and then you wake up.
No, it was like, here's what happened. It was like,
Terminator too.
there was a massive nuclear mushroom cloud in the distance. I was like, holy fuck. And what happened way in the distance over there, I was like, holy fuck. And what happened really close to me, and I like got down to the car, and a poop came down my leg, and I woke up and there was poop over my leg.
Oh, yeah. Do you ever have a dream where you're pissing at a urinal and you wake up with piss all around you?
I did.
I always do. I always have those. Not lately. They stopped when I was like 19 years old. I'm 23 now.
I don't remember pissing in the bed when I was a kid, but sadly I remember pissing
Me
in the
too.
bed like twice when I was 18 and then once when I was like 24.
Oh my god. Oh, she's gonna fucking kill me now. But the first day I stayed in my girlfriend's house, the first night I stayed in my girlfriend's house, I was like, oh yeah. So she let me stay in the spare bed. Then I pissed the bed a little bit, just a little bit. I woke up before the fucking stream came fucking flowing, and then I ran to the bathroom, and I somehow covered it up. I can't remember. I threw them in I managed to wash the sheets and dry them before anyone woke up. But anyway, what I was gonna say is I think I have mild schizophrenia because sometimes I always see these people at the side of my fucking eyes, and when I look, they're gone. And I told Zach about this, and he told me to ask Stamper about the shadow people. So Stamper, what the fuck are the shadow people?
That's where your story was going?
Yeah, what the fuck? You went from peeing the that's such a corny
Nice
story.
segue, retard.
I didn't even mean to segue.
Wait, I'll tell you my pee story. The last time I remember pissing the bed was like a couple of years ago. I had this dream. Granted, I went to bed with a lot of beer and water in my system.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
So, but I started dreaming that I was in this bathroom, and I went into the men's bathroom, and I was looking for the urinal, and I was like, okay, so I guess I pissed in that thing. And I thought it was like a futuristic bathroom where you pee in these slots or whatever, and they take your pee and then whisk it off to a land long forgotten or something like that. And then I started peeing into this thing, and then it started smoking and popping, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm pissing in the radiator where,
Oh, of course, it happens all the time.
Oh my god.
And then I pinched my dick shut and then ran over to the real urinal, which was another fucking weird contraption in the wall. And then when I started pissing in that thing, I pissed the bed.
Oh.
And then I woke up and had to pinch my dick shut again and then go to the real bathroom.
You squeeze it and then run.
And it fucking fills up like a little water balloon.
Yeah, like a fucking hot water balloon.
I don't have foreskin, so my dick doesn't...
Oh, I do. I'm
sorry you got mutilated at birth. Anyway,
I'm sorry, the huge fucking yam cock.
No, what it's
huge
supposed to look
elephant
like.
trunk.
What's supposed to look like when it's a boner? It's a beautiful fucking.
So our erections look identical.
sorry,
right?
you have natural lubrication, baby.
Yeah, natural lubrication.
You say that, but I know for a fact you use lube.
No.
Zach,
Zach, in your jeans, when you get a boner, it fucking rubs off. So you have a big, dry, gross
You've got
fucking
a big leathery
few gene hairs
cock.
on your fucking boner. But when you have foreskin, it's all lubed up, nice, shiny little boner. Mm-hmm. Big boner.
Nice, shiny little, nice, pretty cock.
Big boner. Anyway, shadow people.
You look angry, Zach.
I'm just baffled. You guys really believe this too. I know you believe.
Wait, you believe that getting muted?
I think you guys really believe you're superior because you have foreskin.
I don't believe I'm superior.
You do. Come on, a little bit.
Okay,
you do.
I don't believe I'm
You do. You do.
Zach, just because you're shouting over me
Zach,
doesn't make
you
it
believe
true.
you're superior.
Just
No,
okay.
I don't give a fuck. You guys are so fucking for your foreskin.
We're
I
foreskin.
love a
We're foreskins. But
Oh
Zach,
yeah, for the record, Niall and Chris are uncut, and me and Zach are cut.
yeah. So, but
Like
listen,
every other person in America.
in America, nowhere else. What the fuck?
It's like if a buff guy walked up to you and was like, "Well, I have abs." It's like, and yeah, there's.
dude, listen.
It'd be no difference. Like, yeah, I could crush a coconut out of my bicep. It's no different.
I don't think of you any different because you're cut, or you any different
I
because
don't
you're
think
cut.
very differently that you're freaks, okay?
Yeah, but
Chris, you really believe your sex
Let
is
me tell you
80%
something,
better?
The only reason you self-lubricate is because your pre-cum is rolling around inside your
dude, I got
gross
so much
foreskin.
pre-cum.
No,
I
you
get
don't
pre-cum when I
understand.
fucking think of it. It's weird.
You don't understand that. No, even without like lube.
I've
foreskin still is
literally never
lubrication
used lube
because
before.
If you put your foreskin up against the pussy, right, it has room to come back, so your dick goes in.
and slides in. It's beautiful.
That doesn't make any sense.
It
That
does.
is completely reliant
No.
on the female in question.
No, listen,
No, it's
because
not.
the foreskin acts as the
Look,
lube
Stamper,
because
right,
it
look.
pulls
Stamper,
back-
they really think because
This-
they have
this
little
is my
extra, like a
foreskin,
quarter of
right?
the
This
skin,
is
they
my-
have a million
this is my
percent
pee-pee,
better
okay?
sex.
No.
And your head
we
is
don't.
the vagina, right? Look, the foreskin is stopped, but now the pee-pee comes out. It's because it's natural lubrication.
Yeah.
See?
That
Stamper.
has nothing to do with
Dude,
lubrication.
I
It
heard-
is. That's your dick coming out of
Stamper,
skin.
Stamper,
The
have
only
you
way-
ever used lube?
Don't put your fingers in my eye.
The only way that you guys can get the same sensation as us is if the girl queefs on your dick while it's inside, because that's when the air pushes out. That's the same as the skin. It's not water based.
Your dick doesn't. Your foreskin doesn't secrete water-based.
We're not saying it does.
No, it
it is
pulls
a form of lubrication because it helps it slide
Yeah,
in.
it helps it slide in, then it it comes back out.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Just imagine, picture this really, really as vividly as possible. Okay?
I'm trying to, Niall.
So
I just did it for him. He fucking ignored it.
All right, think of my.
I didn't ignore it. It's nonsense.
Think of my brilliant fucking uncut dick, right? Going into a pussy, right? And when it goes in, right, the pussy pulls back the skin. And then when it comes back out, the skin.
So
goes back
what?
up.
It doesn't matter.
It makes the sex
Are
feel
you telling
better.
me? Are you telling me your foreskin is the length of your entire cock?
No, but it's like that. It's about that long when it comes back. It'll come back a long way.
Zach, if you aren't cut, you would agree with us because when you are like, there's no reason to get you to.
Your argument is that I can't relate because I'm not. I don't
First
have
of
a
all, it
foreskin.
wasn't a choice, all right?
No, okay. First of all, it's not a choice. But second of all, I don't understand. You're like, why? What is the point in getting the top of your dick cut
I'm
off?
not defending being cutting babies' cocks off.
Yes, but it does act as a lubrication because he's
What
not,
are you talking about lubrication?
He's not talking
You're thinking of it as water, but
Yeah,
it's
he's not talking
right?
about liquid
I already
lubrication. He's
did
talking
this.
about a sliding mechanism.
Look, if that's the foreskin, that's my cup tan. And that's
You know what my
dick
sliding
inside.
mechanism is? Is my
My
hitch.
dick.
I push it in.
If this gets,
We don't
if
need
the
to do
foreskin
that.
gets put here and it can't go any further, the dick can still go further because it's attached to the foreskin like that.
Do you know?
So-
have
so
you ever
what?
had sex
Yes.
before, Chris?
So you're saying
You ever
the
had sex before, Niall?
I've had sex of many.
So you're
well,
saying
not
the
many times,
foreskin
but, like,
stays out of the
several-
pussy,
several
right?
Dozen or several.
the
couple
foreskin
times.
stays out of the vagina.
No, I'm saying that it
You're
helps
saying
it go
you're saying it bunches up outside of the vagina. The dick goes in.
in. Yes.
Then it does. What sensation do you have if it's pushed against the fucking thing?
All I'm saying is
it's
it
not
helps.
going in.
It helps.
You're just scrunching it up. I can do this right
That's
now.
the point of it.
So let me get this straight. I can put my foreskin over my dick, and that's what you feel when you have sex.
You
It's
don't
no
have.
different.
You don't
What
have
are you
foreskin.
talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Wait, okay.
Your
okay.
dick would still go in without the foreskin.
I'm
Exactly.
going
No,
to
we
settle
know
this
that.
argument
Dude,
right now.
stiver.
Zach, when you jack off, do you use lube?
No, I've never used.
So you
lubricant.
get your dry hand and you fucking put on your dry
Do you,
fucking.
have you
part.
ever seen an uncut dick before? I mean, a cut dick before?
Well, like most
A cut
porn,
dick, a cut
most
dick.
porn is American. I watch porn.
Niall, look at my dick. You continue.
But anyway,
Could have wiped first.
porno.
Anyways,
Wipe my dick.
Yeah.
Chris, one thing I have to talk to you about is you wipe your dick after you piss. I
Yeah,
don't do that.
I do.
I squeeze it a little bit. Why do you wipe it? I'm just wondering because there are wipers.
I squeeze, I wipe, then I shake.
That's
nice
good.
foreskin, dumbass.
Yeah, but I'm not that
It has
careful.
nothing to do with my foreskin.
Excuse me?
What are you talking about?
He said whenever he pees, it comes like a fucking
I
shower
pull my
head.
foreskin back when I
Yeah,
pee.
no. When I pee and I don't pull my foreskin back, it
Guess
comes
what I
out-
do? No hands! No hands!
Does it not come out like
no
a garden hose,
hands!
like a fucking like snake?
No!
Look,
It sags down to my toes and I pee!
but listen.
On his toes.
Yeah, why would you pee on your toes?
I let my big dick flop out and I said no hands! Like it's a roller
Semi-related
coaster.
at the
See,
beach.
it
you
has
pee
its
in-
benefits for being cut, but it also has its benefits for not being cut.
Yeah.
Talk to any European and they're so proud that their dick is not
You
cut.
are the guy who used to call me a freak for being cut. You brought all this on yourself, Zach.
You're not cut.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not cut.
Uncut.
Uncut.
Look, uncut.
I'm South Park, bigger, longer, uncut.
Look, I don't.
dick joke, by the
I don't
way.
think you're. I don't
Let me
think
know,
you're.
it's pretty edgy.
I don't think you're. I don't think you're inferior for not being cut, but I think that uncut dicks are superior than.
If I cut your foreskin off right now and you had sex, you'd be like, wow, that's like 2% different.
Yeah, 2%. 2%.
2%.
And guess what? Guess what Stamper I do when I pee? We pull our dicks out and we pee.
Yeah.
I don't have
So
to like
do I.
open.
Dude,
I don't have to
I get-
open locks and do algorithms to make
No,
to go
it's not
pee.
an algorithm. I pull my dick back.
You have to do a fucking Rubik's cube.
No,
when you
but it
pee.
feels
You're
good when you pull your foreskin
exaggerating.
back because I pull my foreskin back and go, and then I pee. You don't have
You have
that.
to pull it back. You have to lock it in place. You have to like put a bike
Yeah, when
lock
you
on
really
it.
have to pee, you have to go and scramble with your dick and be like, oh God, pull the foreskin back on.
Well, you don't have to, but if you don't, then it comes out like a. It comes out like a fucking. When I was 5, I saw like an elephant pee, and it came out like a waterfall. It comes out like that if you don't pull it back.
We've been talking about foreskins for 15 minutes.
Well, foreskins is a topic of concern, like, because I think people in the comments are going to debate about the foreskins, but like we're the minority because we're not
I
American.
think everybody goes to the opposite side because it's funnier. I think it's funny to watch you guys go about foreskins.
Hey, my dickhead has plenty of nerve endings. I'm not missing out.
That's the
on
other thing
You're
is
not
too.
missing out. Look, you're not missing out, but we just don't need to use lube before butt sex. Basically,
I've never
Yes,
used
you
lube.
do.
No,
That
we don't.
argument goes out the window. I've never used lube.
I go
before.
in dry, baby.
If you,
You know
make-
why you don't have to use lube before butt sex?
What?
Because your dickhead is all wrapped up inside your gross, sweltering,
Fucking
nasty...
big-
Stamper, sweltering is not a word. And second of all,
Sweltering is a word.
look,
Smeltering.
second of all, when you put your dick in an ass, the foreskin acts as the lube, so it goes. and then it goes in.
That's because
But
your
when
dickhead's all sweaty and gross and infected on the inside.
oh yeah, so
Oh yeah, that's schmegma, by the way.
So it's
nice fucking rotting blue cheese.
Okay,
You gonna put that on a salad?
Lord of the Rings scar.
You gonna
around
put it
your
on a
dick.
salad? You gonna put that blue cheese on a
yeah.
salad?
Oh, what are you gonna? Yeah, look.
Yeah, that's their lube. Is
So you're
Fucking
saying
blue cheese schmegma?
you're acting like you're meant to be cut, but you're not.
I never
meant
said that.
Dude, 99% of humans
I
who
never
ever
said
live.
that at all.
Yeah, you did. You said no. Snapper said like, oh, it's disease, but it's not disease because it's not.
It's
cut.
a diseased little cock.
It's not.
The appendix also is natural, but it's fucking broken.
Yeah, but like, why cut off stuff that's not like? I don't need my pinky finger, but I'm not going to cut it off.
You still use it as to grasp.
Yeah,
stuff.
you don't. You do not need your pinky finger to grasp.
grasp
stuff.
it.
No, you
Watch,
do not. You
watch.
just need your opposable thumb. That's it.
That's really important. Watch.
realistically, you only need your index and your thumb to.
Yeah, that's all you need. It's a little fucking.
If you were
crack-
hanging off a cliff, I think you would say differently.
Yeah. So anyway,
Hang up
Story
a clip like
short.
foreskin. There's no point in cutting it off. If you do, fine, fair enough. But like,
I'm team who gives a shit.
yeah, well, me too. But I'm just saying that you
All I'm
cannot
saying
say
is- all I'm
you
saying
cannot
is-
say that it's like fucking your dick needs
It's
a bit of meat
superior.
around it.
It's superior is all he's saying.
What am I gonna do? Stitch something?
Get some ham and wrap it around.
Yeah, get an onion ring and just staple it
An
on,
onion ring.
and then you're good.
Foreskin's cool. You can keep little pennies inside.
Look, whether you're cut or
I can
uncut,
do that
it's
too. I can
fine.
push a penny
You
in
can
my
stuff it with
dick.
peanuts.
I did that yesterday. I took a quarter of a penny, put it in my dick.
Japsai.
No, I pushed it over, rolled the foreskin over. I can still do that. I still have
Stanford,
foreskin.
did you hear about the Japanese pipe cleaner? Did you hear about that?
No.
The Japanese, they're doing this thing now where they get little tiny pipe cleaners. They shove it up their Jap size, and every week they get a.
Chris, by the way, Japs
Wait,
say
the
super
Japanese
offensive.
shove it in their Jap size.
Listen, they get a new pipe cleaner every week. A new pipe cleaner that's a little bit thicker, and they shove it up their Jap side until they have a dick hole that's like a big gaping 3-inch circumference dick hole. Then
So they could pee in like 2 seconds.
no, so the other guy can fuck the dick hole with his dick.
Oh God, man, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's like
I don't like that.
Isn't that called docking? Oh, that's when you put the foreskins over each other.
That looks sick.
Docking. It's like a
makes me
space
fucking-
docking.
Ugh.
It's like the space station.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, those guys get the credit for popularizing it, but I've seen people fuck each other's dick holes since 1996. So they're not. on
You're the
anything
dick hole
new.
hipster
Did you
then.
work, did you
Dick
work
hole
in a
hipster
gay porn
stamp,
website?
What's that?
Did you work on a gay porn website?
Yeah, I worked on plenty of them.
So you've seen like fucking all kinds of like weird shit.
Well, I wouldn't say weird.
No, it's not weird in that community, but like for
Yeah.
so like you've seen docking.
What's the point of dick hole fucking, by the way?
Yeah, what?
So you can fuck a dick hole and get real horny.
There's one of
coming
those
in.
meat spins where they had like a banana and they shoved it in their fourth. Did you see
Oh,
that?
don't. Oh, God, dude, stop. All right, that's where I
Oh,
draw the
poor
line.
baby, can't handle it.
It makes me feel
Poor
sick.
baby.
Go ahead, eat your foreskin jar. Schmegma.
It's so he can come in your dick hole and then you come in his dick hole.
What? Do they do that?
And you just refill each other's balls and then you go home.
That's making me sick.
You just swap comes.
I'm with you there, Zach.
Those guys can't handle shit.
Oh,
That makes me
that's the last thing Caesar said before Stamper.
No, it's by a long shot.
What if I said I walked over to you and put ass mustard in your face and sprayed on your sandwich and closed the sandwich back up and you ate it? And I watched you eat it.
Yeah, Stamper, what was it then?
Zach talks about this ass mustard that like when you wipe your ass, like a yellow tint is left. But he talks about it way too much as if like he has severe anal leakage issues.
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah, you have a problem with your asshole, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone has ass mustard.
No.
But anyway, when you wank, do you sit down and wank like that? I fuck my hand. I lie down flat down.
He keeps saying, guys, I haven't jerked off in a month. We keep going, why? Because I go in the bathroom.
Yeah, they go in the bathroom, but if you go in the bathroom, you have to sit on the toilet and go like that. But I can't wank
Yes,
like that.
why?
I lie
sit
down.
on the toilet.
I lie down like that and start fucking my hand, and it's so much better. 'cause
Niall, have you ever done this?
probably when I was like 12, but then I realized the superior way of lying down on your and fucking your hand.
That's weird.
I think you are completely alone.
Okay, well, listen, I'm alone in the like.
You
It's
need
better
a fleshlight.
because when you go
This
to this,
podcast brought to you by Fleshlight.
yeah,
Fleshlight.
That, we're gonna hook
Fuck
that up.
it.
When
Fuck it.
fuck it, yeah, that's a good. When I wank, I lie down on my like front and just fuck my hand, like simulate a. You don't even need a flashlight.
Where do you come?
Just whatever, like tissues.
On. He comes on.
Come wherever. Just go and let it come wherever.
All
What I
your
never understood is the people that use napkins. Like, what the hell is that?
People who use socks, I don't get that because
Chris?
I tried to do a sock before, but when you use a sock, it's like does the fibers not fucking irritate your dick head?
You're supposed to whip a
You just
sock
keep
on
coming to
your wiener, like right at the end.
yeah, but
Actually-
right at the end you go, I'm gonna come. Where's the sock? And then you go find a sock.
It's right here on your
and you don't need
belly.
to come anymore.
It's on your belly. You lay back and there you go.
Well, I never knew that method.
Well, now you do.
Well, now I do.
All right, so that was SleepyCast episode.
Whatever.
That was SleepyCast episode.
5 or 6.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for tuning in to SleepyCast. I'm Zach, and here with me is Niall, Chris, and Stamper.
Wait, stop. I didn't finish my thought. When I jerk off, I like to jerk off on a towel. I lay it out on the bed, and because it goes everywhere.
That's a good idea.
Here,
Lay a
But
big
is that a towel that everyone
out.
uses though?
No, it's my jerk towel.
Okay.
But I don't understand when people jerk off on a little 6x6-inch napkin. And they're
Yeah,
like,
napkins. You need to have like really good aiming, like the fucking Hunger Games of like. Yeah, I jizz in my underpants sometimes. Well, actually, a lot of the time.
Okay, everyone shut up. Alright, Stamper, say something like, I just love to come, and then say, speaking of coming, we're gonna go. Do you wanna do that? To be like, I love to come!
I'm going to leave that whole part in the podcast. Even this, what I'm saying.
Really?
Now, I'm going to leave it in.
I think that'd be a good close segue. Now I sound stupid.
Okay. And speaking of coming, we're going to go.
Good one.